Very sad story, but definitely a hero cop. Let's put her up full mass. So sad. A pit bull type dog, as it is being described, in Indiana, attacked and killed Miss Tamieka White. Miss White was a Marion County Sheriff's Office deputy. She was trying to protect her small child, she's the mother, from the dog. And the dog killed Miss White. They called her a bright light and a joy to be around. Let me give you as much background as we have. Little is known about the attack that happened on Tuesday, May 9th at Miss White's home. However, by the time the Indianapolis police arrived at the residence, the 46-year-old peace officer, she died at the scene of the incident. The aggressive animal had mauled both White and her son, according to WTHR. There's a police report. The police report says the child knocked on his neighbor's door to find help after the attack. Eventually, someone called 911 and the police arrived shortly after 8 p.m. Officers reported that upon entering the home and moving toward White, as she lay in the garage, the dog charged at them. One of the responding officers fatally shot the animal. Although the incident happened in her home, the dog did not belong to Officer White. The deputy reportedly owned the dog herself and was dog sitting 3 others for someone she knew. IEMS and Indianapolis fire crews were called to the scene to assist in providing medical attention. While the officers did not arrive in time to save Deputy White, they were able to support her 6-year-old son. They took him to a local hospital for treatment for the bites. He is now recovering from non-life-threatening injuries because his mama saved him. Witnesses described the child as in shock. CBS 4 Indy reported. After the incident, the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department released a statement saying the officers have identified who owned the animal. Reports say a man arrived at White's house and told police his girlfriend owned the dogs and that he wanted to take the dogs home with him. The officers refused this request and allowed the city's animal services to seize the animals pending their investigation into what happened here. It has since been reported the Animal Services Agency was called to White's house on a Saturday, May 6th, around 3 p.m. Local station WTHR reported that. Animal Control was answering a report of 2 fightful dogs running loose in the community, demonstrating aggressive behavior. Outside of the individual's query, no additional information about the owner was offered to the press. Deputy White was a bright light to all who knew her. We are immensely grateful for her nearly 17 years of service to our agency. We will work to uphold her legacy as a courageous and dedicated public servant, says Sheriff Kerry Forrestal. Let's put up this picture again. This story touched me because you can't imagine what was going through her mind, trying to save her son, what was going through her son's mind, seeing his mother being killed by this dog. And it's so unfortunate because based on the report, this all was avoidable if services properly aligned, because a proper report was given to Animal Control, but no query, follow-up is available. Mr. Mayor, this is really a policy question about local ordinance and local government. You as a mayor, you have to oversee these local ordinances that deal with safety and the public all the time. What could have been done differently here to save this heroic deputy who saved the life of her son?
Yeah, I don't know if this is a tragic story, and I definitely understand why you touched and shaken by it, because we're talking about a 6-year-old watched and tried to save his mom's life, and she saved his life by running to a neighbor's house. So that's the first thing that we have. We're talking about 2 humans that are forever changed. One is gone and one watched his mother leave, and all because these officers who responded to the first call from this deputy did not do their job. I don't know if it's in infield, we have a law that says you cannot have your dog. You can't walk your dog without a leash. These dogs clearly were unleashed. So if this gentleman came to the house and said that, hey, these are my girlfriend's dog, I want to take them home, those peace officers or those officers that were the dog animal control should have monitored the neighborhood until those animals were found, especially when we said 2 aggressive dogs are walking through the neighborhood. They should not have went back until they found those dogs or located those dogs. So the idea that there was no follow-up with the person who called about 2 dogs with aggressive behavior roaming the neighborhood is absolutely tragic. And the sad part about it is it could have been even worse had she not saved or knew how to save her son's life. We could have been talking about 2 lost lives. So this is a failure of, like you said, policy and also workers at the city level not doing what they were supposed to do as it pertains to making sure you patrol until you know that the perimeter is safe, and it was clearly not safe.
Yeah, so sad, so unfortunate. And from all accounts, she was a good one. She was a good cop.